Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to admit today is going to be a little bit hectic with this video because I'm actually leaving for vacation in 2 hours, but I didn't know that there was going to be a Nintendo Direct today, and knew there was going to be news about Age of Imprisonment. There had to be, so I caught in a little bit of a rough situation here because I don't really have time to edit into a very high quality video. I can even do that because I'm still learning. But that being said, today it's just going to be a quick little, very lightly edited video. So obviously had a Nintendo Direct today as of 9. This is 9/12. It just got finished. I really didn't keep up with much. I kind of forgot that it started at 8 and tuned in to about like 8:30 and just saw the end of the Age of Imprisonment trailer. So that's kind of was like, oh crap, I gotta get home and make a quick video. So that's what we're doing today. Um, lot to talk about in this one, unfortunately, and I don't have the time to do it. But wanted to touch on a couple key points. So um, I think the trailer looked good. I think it looks high quality. I'm excited. It looks like it's going to be different enough from the original Hyrule Warriors and the Age of Calamity and how they fight. Just kind of the way it looks. Um, with looks like you got the Zonai devices, of course. You got your abilities to well, excels. I can't remember. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom in a while. Give you your combo. This looks like a training simulation and such, but I do think it's going to be original enough to separate itself from Age of Calamity. We get to use a lot of Zonai devices, it looks like, and according to what it says here, is you almost have to know your team and know your roster to switch between people when you need them. You can see that when these guys all covered in, looks like mud. I hope it's mud at least. You got to clean them with the water, obviously. So the Zora, of course, comes apart right there. So very interesting trailer. I do think it's going to stand out and it's going to separate itself from its predecessors. I'm excited. We'll get to that in a second. But overall, I guess the main thing is we got some confirmation for some new players, which a Korok that has what looks to be like a little Robin Hood hat. So that was not on my bingo card playing as a Korok. I'm curious how that's gonna go with like. I'm sure you're gonna be weak, but hitboxes, like, are people gonna be able to hit you? But it reminds me of Yoda in the Battlefront 2. Whenever he was just so small, he was so difficult to hit, so he was just almost unstoppable. But yeah, we got a Korok, but more importantly than the Korok, not as surprising as the Korok, but uh, definitely more interesting is Sonya confirmed um, with a sync strike with Zelda here, but looks like she's gonna be rocking a bow, keeping the whole Princess Queen of Hyrule being very good with the bow. Very awesome. Very curious how that's gonna go. I wonder if the arrows are gonna be similar like Yondu with the ability to control them at any point. But we do have confirmation that looks like it, I guess, that Sonya is going to be playable, which, as low of a roster number as they have so far confirmed, I'm not shocked by it. I'm just curious how they're going to do it story wise because I don't know, they better not pull another, oh, this is canon, and then they just change the whole story. I thought this was interesting with the Gerudo. Are you going to have like people to fight next to you? Is this girl playable since she's interested in this sync strike? And maybe that's part of what Sonya is. Maybe she's not playable. Maybe she is just a NPC that if you're close enough to, that's kind of like a tier 1 NPC and you can use for a special attack. We talked about the Zonai devices. I'm flying through this because I still got stuff to do before leaving on the vacation. The double strikes look like they're going to be a lot of fun. Ganondorf, if we don't get to play as him, we all revolt. That's pretty much it, except for obviously the clear in a way talking point that's going to be here, and that is I'm just gonna play it because I'm at a loss for words because this is awesome. this is so cool. whatever this is, it's obviously gonna be our Link adjacent character. What a great pause. Obviously gonna be our Link adjacent character. Um, that's gonna have some offing, awesome morphine abilities. It looks like so. Yeah, it looks awesome. This to me actually reminded me when I first saw it of like these old, uh, what they called. I know what they're called. It's like whenever in Power Rangers, I don't know if they still do it, but in the old Power Rangers, the Red Ranger would always have like a special form that they could take, and 90% of the time they could then fly. Shoot, what were those called? Battleizers. Battleizers it is. Okay, yes. So this to me reminds me of like a Power Rangers Battleizer from when I was a kid because they would always give them the ability to like fly and just become dominant. So uh there is going to be a playable version of Link and it looks like it's going to be uh mixed with Optimus Prime and just that's it's cool. I got to watch it again. I'm excited. Like this, look at that. How can you not be pumped about that? That better not just be a cutscene. That's so cool. Oh crap! I hit the mic. That is so cool, man. Like that better not just be a cutscene when you're flying around the Gleeok. If you don't get to do that, I'm gonna be pissed. Like I'm gonna be so pissed if you don't get to fly around the Gleeok doing your thing. Um, Golly, that looks awesome. And that opens up to me. Oh, that opens up so much more terrain. That maybe he can go to the Sky Islands mid fight. Maybe there's going to be a moment where you have to go up into the air because I think other than the Rito, there's not really a flying character. So, are you going to be able to have to go up there and like get a base or clear a base up there? I don't know, but very very excited. It looks awesome. What I am hesitant and excited about is November 6th, the release date. That is right around the corner. I was expecting and hoping for like a January or a 26th release date simply because I have not gotten a Switch 2 because I don't want to spend that kind of money on it. I was hoping more towards a Christmas release. That's probably why they did this because this is the only reason I'm going to get a Switch 2. I've been kind of saving up for it, but this is the only reason I've been wanting to Switch 2, and here we go. That plan fell through the roof. So, got to get that fast. But very excited. I think it's going to be an awesome game. I'm going to play it, obviously, on my channel. Try and get the channel going. I think it's going to be a good jump start, kickstart to the channel. So, I will be streaming this November 6th with, well, hopefully, if I can afford a Switch 2 by that point. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with it. I think it looks awesome. We got some confirmation, but I gotta watch this again. This is just, golly, that's so cool, man. This is just like, they just said, screw it, let's just do whatever the heck we want to do. And I'm here for it. The I don't often consider I don't consider the first Hyrule Warriors games canon. They're claiming this one is. I'm hesitant about that because not a mention of a construct like that is kind of like, but and he wasn't in a lot of the flashbacks, but still, I don't care. They don't care about the timeline anyways. I care about the timeline. They don't. But if they came out and said, "Oh, this is canon," and then it's not, who cares? Just make the game fun. It's gonna be mad for a little bit, but then I'm just gonna be like, I didn't consider it gonna be canon anyways. But very excited. Let me know your thoughts as far as what is going to be of Age of Imprisonment. What you think of the trailer? What you think of the Link adjacent Transformer, Power Ranger, and I'm excited. So I'll see you guys later, and leave a comment, leave a like, and let me know what you think. All right, that's all I got. See ya.